Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Silent Assault for the Nintendo Entertainment System. In the last video, we played through rounds 5 and 6, and now it's time to play through rounds 7 and 8. So without further ado, let's begin by shooting down weird-looking smiley faces, shooting down Venus flytraps, avoiding weird bubbles that come out of the ground, staying invincible for as long as possible, keeping our three-way shot, and not looking up when we get on this platform. Because if we do, we actually get knocked off the platform and we fall into the water below and we die. Which is something we don't want to do. I also want to get my hands on the three-way shot again. Not what I wanted. I'll still take it. While you're on the bridge, you want to keep jumping and shooting to negate all of the threats that show up in the form of evil smiley faces. That would be a very good thing to do. Had to concentrate there to avoid getting shot horribly. And the bubbles seem to come from these weird looking holes in the ground. Shocker. And that didn't really seem to give me anything. Well, we do have the tree here. You want to shoot it in the mouth and avoid the fireballs. After enough damage, you will bring it down to just one fireball. And there you go. Now for round 8. We're going to go to the right immediately. And avoid getting shot. We want to keep shooting this thing, this sphinx, in the mouth while avoiding all the bubbles. This is easier if you have the three-way shot. And you have 2 of these to deal with in total. Just stay right here away from the blue projectiles. And just keep shooting at the mouth. You should be able to destroy this thing eventually. If you have a weapon. And now I'm just gonna stay over here. If you don't have a gun power-up, you will have to get a lot closer. But thankfully, you'll have more than enough health to make it, I think. And wow, I'm gonna have to jump over all that. I hate that you can't double back on jumps. That's one of the worst things about the controls of this game sometimes. And apparently, as long as you just shoot at the general face area, you should be okay. Well, just the mouth. Pain! And there we go! We destroyed the second Sphinx. Well, that was a weird ending. Well, we get an award and also a butchered version of Marche Militaire No. 1 by Franz Schubert for the ending, which is all of one screen, and that's it. Silent Assault, what a weird game it is. I really don't know what else to say about this game, except that it is bizarrely okay for a Contra clone. Graphics are alright, though there is the usual unlicensed color aesthetic and graphics choices. These guys look like they're carrying machine guns and they're throwing wrenches. Like the enemies with the wrenches from Final Fantasy 3/6. Sound and music, I wish it were a little better. Sound is nothing to write home about, but you have this one piece of music that plays over and over in all the stages, aside from the butchered version of Marche Militaire No. 1. That's all you have for music. Gameplay, I can't really complain about it. I do like the fact that you do have power-ups, and the power-ups do make the game a little easier. I didn't really have that much problem with the controls, mostly because I did get used to it. I find it weird that after you fire in midair, you can't really, you know, double back on the jumps. And there is sometimes your leaps suddenly bring you back down to earth after you hit the boss in a few of the stages. I know round 6 and 7 do it. I believe... No, it was 5 and 6 that did it. No, it was 4, 5, and 7 that did it. That's right. Now remember. Also, it is possible to run right into a dead end in round 2. And if you jump into the wall and get on top of it, you end up at the very bottom of the screen. The game treats it as such, and it kills you. I forgot to mention that about round 2. Thankfully, I remembered where the dead end is and stayed low appropriately. So there's a few weird level design things and stuff about the controls and how you move around during some of the boss battles that I don't like. It could be a lot worse. The controls could be super unresponsive. Oh, and if looking up on that platform actually makes you stand still as the platform moves, so that the platform moves out from under you and you fall into the water and you die. I found that out the hard way. It was really weird. And that's pretty much all I can say about control. I was trying to think of something else. I couldn't. They're responsive for the most part, but they could be worse. Especially some of the enemies and some of the bosses and some of the level designs and everything. And replay value, once you see what this game has to offer, you'll probably not want to play through this again. You can get through this in less than an hour if you know what you're doing, which is definitely not what the game is doing during the demo, apparently. And this is more of a curiosity than anything else, given that this is developed by Joy Van, one of those Asian developers outside of Japan, and published by Color Dreams, which was basically the more secular imprint of Wisdom Tree. I never thought I'd be playing another one of the Wisdom Tree / Color Dream games, especially since it's been, well, I haven't played one of them since the beginning of when I started putting things on this YouTube channel for the internet. And honestly, I have no way of knowing if I'll ever do it again. Do I recommend actually getting it? Well, if you somehow manage to get your hands on it, give it a try. You may like this if you like Contra-style games. Contra, Super C, all that. You may not. This thing has its weird quirks being just from who was involved in it. So, yeah. I wouldn't really go out of my way to get this game unless you're really into these unlicensed NES games. But from what I encountered, it wasn't all that bad. Could be better, could be worse. And that has been Let's Play Silent Assault. for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Hopefully you enjoyed this as much as I did, maybe just a little bit more. Hopefully I will be back with another Let's Play. Maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll be bad, maybe it'll be somewhere in between, who knows. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, thanks for watching, and see y'all later!